Hi everyone, it's your Not Too Handyman, and I'm back. I know it's been quite a while since my last post, but life gets kind of busy. I can't believe it's already been 5 years since we moved into this house, and I showed you how clueless I am with actually owning a house. But over those 5 years, I've actually learned quite a little bit about everything from electrics to plumbing to sprinklers to, yeah, just about everything. I can almost say that I'm just a little bit handy now. In fact, today, we're not going to talk about what I don't know or what I need to find out how to do. I'm actually going to show you something that I learned how to do by messing with it myself. And what we're talking about today is windows. We have Pella windows installed all over this house, casement windows in general. And they come with these built-in screens, these roller screens. These are no longer supported by Pella, so I couldn't necessarily ask them. And oddly enough, I wasn't able to find any videos on YouTube that would explain to me exactly how to either remove or repair these. So I messed with it a bit myself, and I figured, hey, perfect opportunity for Not Too Handyman to post again, but I'll show you actually how to fix these things. Is this the right way? I'm assuming so, but at least there'll be some video out there. So, yep, let's go and I'll show you what we did. So first, I'm going to show you exactly how these windows are supposed to work, or these screens are supposed to work. This is one of these windows. It's got the handle for opening and closing, and these screens that just slide down and lock in place. I mean, they're great in the summertime when we want to try to, make sure the windows are open so we get some fresh air, but we keep the bugs out. Now, part of the problem becomes when these start getting a little old, and I'll show you exactly what that means. So this is one of the ones that we're having some big problems with. As you can see, the bracket is no longer in the groove that it's supposed to be in, so it's not sliding up and down properly or straight. Also, the screen itself is no longer in the groove. If it's not going to prevent bugs from getting in, it's not very much use. So let's get to seeing how we can fix this. So the first thing we're going to have to do is remove this top panel, and this was actually kind of a pain because I really could not figure out how to do that. And what I discovered is that first is it was pretty much painted in. So what I had to do was get one of these guys and just run it along the top to make sure that, the paint is no longer locking these things in place. Then from the bottom, you can, if you move it a little bit to the left, you can pop out one side, then move it to the other side, and you could pop out the other side on the bottom. Okay? And then it's actually held in two grooves on the left and the right side on top. So it takes a little bit of pressure, but there it goes. And voila, the piece comes off. As you can see, there's a roller in here that holds this stuff in place. The way to remove it is to take the right side out first, because that's got the gap. You take the right side out. Well, first we need to probably remove this guy. Okay, we take this out. Then take the other side out and then push everything up, and there you go. There's your screen. Now, if you decide you actually want to remove the whole thing, it's actually very simple. On the sides, on the side brackets, there are actually 2 screws that hold the bracket in place. And you can remove those screws and the bracket will come out. But same kind of deal, if the place was painted after these were installed, then you're going to have to make sure that you break the seal between the paint and the bracket. On the top brackets, each one of these is just held in with 1 screw on the side, right there. And same on the other side. Okay, now that we have the screen off, we can start working on it. Originally, I thought that I would have to remove any of the damaged screens, because I figured, well, you know, if the actual screen part is damaged, I mean, this one is off a little bit, but that can probably be repaired. But there were a few screens where there was quite a bit of damage on the sides, and I thought, okay, you know what, I just have to remove them completely. But it turns out that's about the size of the window, but there's a lot more screen in here. What this means that even if I have to cut out pieces, I still should have enough screen to repair or cut out the pieces. Well, actually, there we go. There are some damaged parts. You can kind of see this is all damaged, so I will have to cut that off. So, but there should be plenty of screen left for me to work with. So let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do is to remove the bottom piece. And in order to do that, you see here, there's this rubber strip here that kind of pulls right out. So what we're going to do is just pull that guy out. And there you go. The screen itself will now come out. So now what we're going to want to do is to cut the screen to where we need it. So if I remember right, as we pull this down, we see the damaged part of the screen right here. So what we're going to want to do is cut above it. So we're going to start cutting and just carefully cut, try to cut in a straight line, but if it's off by a little bit, slightly, it doesn't really matter that much. And we're done. Okay, now what we're going to do now is put the screen back into the groove here. So we're going to line it up as best we can. It's okay, like I said before when you were cutting, it's okay if you're a little bit off, because basically it's got to go in the groove anyway. So what we're going to do is put this rubber piece back in place here, and push it down. And if you have trouble doing that, you can either use a screwdriver and slowly make your way in, especially on the plastic pieces, because what you don't want to do is damage that. Or you can use a hammer. On the metal pieces, that makes things a lot easier. And just slowly make your way across. And then what we're going to want to do is go back across the whole thing. Just to make sure it's in place properly. And again, on the edges, oops. Going to try to use a screwdriver to make sure it's in place. Because knowing me, if I'm banging on the plastic piece with a hammer, I will break it. Ta-da! And it's back in place. And now we're going to go put it back. Okay, here we go. Let's put this guy back in. First we're going to slide the bottom piece into the side brackets. Got to make sure that the rubber slider on the bottom is in groove. Oop. Okay, now that we've got the brackets inside the sides, we put the top left side first, then the right side, and yay, we've got a working screen. Let's put this guy back up here. See the groove. The groove's got to go into the left and the right side bracket here. So push that. Oops. Push that. Oh yeah, I gotta have it straight first, don't I? Okay, inside groove. Then push the left bottom in, the right bottom in, and we have a working screen. You're probably not going to find me doing too many more of these things I actually know how to do videos, because there's just so much I don't need to do, but you know, hopefully I'll post some more. If you enjoyed this video, you know, hit the like button and or subscribe to my channel. And yeah, if you want to see me post more, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to be a little more proactive in posting stuff I don't know. This is your Not Too Handyman signing off.